body bags were horror lies.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
Hey guys, happy Thursday, this is your fright chick speaking. So the theme for this week is little creatures, little critters, whatever you want to call it. And I was having a bit of trouble deciding because I haven't really got many of the famous ones like Ghoulies or anything like that, but I do have the Critters collection. So we've already done Critters 1 and I was like, okay, I like all the sequels equally, but I'm going to go with Critters 2 today. Even though the third one was Leonardo DiCaprio's debut movie, I think it's better to go in succession. So yeah, Critters 2 came out in 1988, 2 years after the first one did, and it has Scott Grimes in it, who played Brad. I was going to call him Charlie then. Who played Brad in the first one. He is not the only returning character. We also have the same one that played Charlie, who I believe is Don Keith Opper. And we also have Ugg back as well. But from the first one, you probably think of that lovely, wonderful song that he did. Yeah, that doesn't happen in this one. So, also, a little bit of trivia. I found this out a while ago and was absolutely fucking elated at this. But Scott Grimes, who plays Brad, is the guy that does the voice of Steve Smith in American Dad. Yes, I love him. So basically, back to the review. Okay, so Critters 2. Now, there are going to be spoilers in this because I want to refer to a few things in the movie and obviously from things that happen. Critters 1 basically introduces to the Frights, or Critters as we call them. They are an alien race. They basically just want to eat meat. They are like little hedgehogs from hell. And they can shoot poisonous barbs, and to be honest, they're kind of hilarious and horrifying at the same time. I'm pretty sure I watched this quite young. Most horror films that came out in the 80s and 90s I watched as a child, and I don't remember them scaring me too much. I loved them. So they invaded the barn of the Brown family, and the bounty hunters, who are faceless beings who destroy vicious alien entities, were sent to Earth to kill them. Now, Brad Brown and his family fought them off, and that was the first movie. So it's 2 years later, and Brad has come back to his hometown of Grover's Bend. He has come to visit his grandmother for Easter weekend, or whatever it is. Coincidentally, there are some critter eggs still, and they seem to hatch at the exact moment that Brad comes back. This was picked up in the movie as well. We're not just all thinking this. So, Charlie, at the end of the first movie, big spoiler, went off with the bounty hunters and became one of them. He also returns to create the dynamic duo once again. Now, the whole movie is not exactly the same as the first one, but it follows the same premise of the critters hatch. They start, getting throughout the town of Grover's Bend. They kill a few people along the way. It's pretty early on, once someone dies, that they realise that it's probably the same thing that happened 2 years ago. Nobody believed Brad. I'm going to keep doing that, messing him up. Nobody believed Brad's story about little alien creatures. That turns around pretty quick. They tend to believe him after, I think another person dies, and they just kind of quash that. So basically, they have to decide how to get rid of them, how to stop everyone from being eaten by them, and just destroying them, really. Like I said, Charlie and Ugg return as bounty hunters with another one whose name I cannot remember. And there was a nice little nod to Freddy Krueger in this movie as well. I quite like that little moment. Yeah, they just go around trying to destroy Krites. I mean, I think everyone remembers the bounty hunters are pretty, not boring, but they don't really do much. I think the townspeople do more than these supposed alien bounty hunters. So yeah, a few things that happened in the movie that are pretty memorable that I think people take from it and never really forgot was the critter ball. The thousands of critters that create this giant, massive ball that runs down the hill, and the moment that a guy gets eaten, run over, and you just see his skeleton and blood. I remembered that for a really long time in my childhood. I thought that was fucking epic. The Easter Bunny suit that the cop is wearing when the critters jump into it and eat him alive, and he crashes through the church. That's a pretty memorable moment as well. Brad teams up with a girl called Megan, and she's pretty much the only one that believes him. And yeah, the whole movie, they're running around trying to get critters. That's literally it. I don't really know what else to say about this film because it's pretty... It's not complex, you don't have to worry about missing bits, and it's just fun. It's just fun, scary alien things trying to eat you movie. I really enjoy this. It's got high replay value. All of the sequels do. Critters 4, maybe not so much, but it has Brad Dourif, so it saved it. Yeah, definitely check it out, especially if you've probably seen Critters 1. You know, if you've not seen the sequels, just go through all of them. There's no real kind of shit stain in any of them. It didn't even make budget though. I don't understand. I know sequels obviously don't do as well. I know some sequels can do better, but I would have at least thought that it would have made its money back, which it didn't, which sucks. Don Keith Opper as well, as Charlie, is he's a brilliant character. He's kind of like Reggie Bannister. You know, if you think of Reggie Bannister, you think of Phantasm. Doesn't matter what else he's in, doesn't matter what else he's going to do. He will never escape Phantasm. That's just the way it is. Don Keith Opper will never escape Critters. But we don't want him to because we love him as Charlie. So yeah. I'm going to end my review now because there really isn't much else to say. I do believe next week is Found Footage Week. So I'm looking forward to that one. And I will see you next week. Bye.